Okay, Hare Krishna. We'll continue our discussion on the concluding part of Gajendra Moksha Leela. We finished the Stuti last week, and then we started discussing the past life of Gajendra and crocodile, and then how they went to their destinations. Gajendra returned to spiritual world in Vaikuntha, and crocodile, he attained Gandharva Rupam and went back to Gandharva Loka. The previous class on Friday, we discussed how devotees handle reversals in life. Reversals means problems, challenges, obstacles, difficulties, miseries, distress, pain. So how devotees handle reversals in life. And we saw from Gajendra's example, both from past life and in the current life as Gajendra, how this devotee has handled reversals very efficiently. In the past life as Indradumna Maharaj, even though Agastya Muni cursed Indradumna Maharaj at no fault of him, but still Indradumna Maharaj did not retaliate. He accepted that curse as a blessing, which in fact worked out to be a blessing for Indradumna Maharaj, which helped him get elephant body, and in that body the Lord created a situation where elephant, no matter how powerful he was, he was caught in the clutches of crocodile, and then tried fighting for 1,000 years in an attempt to save himself, but he utterly failed in that attempt. And out of desperate condition, out of desperate situation, Gajendra prayed out. Gajendra remembered past life Bhakti. And why did God give him the remembrance of past life Bhakti? Because again, Gajendra in this life did not blame anyone else, but he blamed himself. That the reversal that is happening in his life is due to his own mistake. So in both lives, in the past life and present life, Gajendra took the blame on himself only. And he took that curse, or he took this reversal in this current life as a blessing which will help him progress in bhakti and get out of this material world. So we discussed that last week on Friday. Today we're going to read all the translations one more time, translations from 8th canto, 4th chapter, and then we will have some discussion. Okay. So who is going to read today? Does anyone want to read?
I can read.
Okay, 1 second. Let me share the screen. Yes, go ahead. We'll read the last 4 shlokas from 3rd chapter, and then we'll come back to 4th chapter. Yes.
Hare Krishna. Sri Shukadeva Goswami continued, when the king of the elephants was describing the supreme authority without mentioning any particular person, he did not invoke the demigods headed by Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Indra, and Chandra. Thus, none of them approached him. However, because Lord Hari is the super soul, Purushottama, the personality of Godhead, he appeared before Gajendra. After understanding the awkward condition of Gajendra, who had offered his prayers, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, who lives everywhere, appeared with the demigods who were offering prayers to him. Carrying his disc and other weapons, he appeared there on the back of his carrier Garuda with great speed according to his desire. Thus, he appeared before Gajendra. Gajendra had been forcefully captured by the crocodile in the water and was feeling acute pain, but when he saw that Narayana, wielding his disc, was coming in the sky on the back of Garuda, he immediately took a lotus flower in his trunk and with great difficulty due to his painful condition, he uttered the following words. O my Lord Nārāyaṇa, Master of the universe, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Thereafter, seeing Gajendra in such an aggressive position, the unborn Supreme Personality of Godhead, Hari, immediately got down from the back of Garuda by his causeless mercy and pulled the king of the elephants along with the crocodile out of the water. Then, in the presence of all the demigods who were looking on, the Lord severed the crocodile's mouth from its body with his disc. In this way, he saved Gajendra, the king of the elephants.
Okay, yeah, you can read this also.
Gajendra returns to the spiritual world.
So this is chapter 4. Srimad-Bhāgavatam, 8th canto, chapter 4. Gajendra returns to the spiritual world. Yeah, there are 26 shlokas. We'll read the translation of all these shlokas to understand how Gajendra and the crocodile, they went back to their destinations.
Sukadeva Goswami said, when the Lord delivered Gajendra, king of the elephants, all the demigods, sages, and Gandharvas.
Yes, go ahead.
And Gandharvas, headed by Brahma and Shiva, praised this activity of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and showered flowers upon both the Lord and Gajendra. There was a beating of kettle drums in the heavenly planets. The inhabitants of Gandharva Loka began to dance and sing, while great sages and the inhabitants of Charana Loka and Siddhaloka offered prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Purushottama. The best of the Gandharvas, King Huhu, having been cursed by Devala Muni, had become a crocodile. Now, having been delivered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he assumed a very beautiful form as Gandharva. Understanding by whose mercy this had happened, he immediately offered his respectful obeisances with his head and began chanting prayers just suitable for the transcendental Lord, the Supreme Eternal, who is worshipped by the choicest verses. Having been favored by the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and having regained his original form, King Huhu circumambulated the Lord and offered his obeisances. Then, in the presence of all the demigods headed by Brahma, he returned to Gandharva Loka. He had been freed of all sinful reactions. Because Gajendra, king of elephants, had been touched directly by the hands of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was immediately freed of all material ignorance and bondage. Thus, he received the salvation of Sarupya Mukti, in which he achieved the same bodily features as the Lord, being dressed in yellow garments and possessing 4 hands. The Gajendra had formerly been a Vaishnava and the king of the country known as Pandya, which is in the province of Dravida, South India. In his previous life, he was known as the Indradyumna Maharaj. Indradyumna Maharaj retired from family life and went to the Malaya hills, where he had a small cottage for his ashrama. He wore matted locks on his head and always engaged in austerities. Once, while observing a vow of silence, he was fully engaged in the worship of the Lord and absorbed in the ecstasy of love of Godhead. While Indradyumna Maharaj was engaged in ecstatic meditation, worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the great sage Agastya Muni arrived there, surrounded by his disciples. When the Muni saw that Maharaja Indradyumna, who was sitting in secluded place, remained silent and did not follow the etiquette of offering him a reception, he was very angry. Agastya Muni then spoke this curse against the king. This king Indradyumna is not at all gentle. Where it is?
Yeah, you can read this whole thing again.
Yeah. Sukadeva Goswami continued, My dear king, after Agastya Muni had thus cursed King Indradyumna, the Muni left that place along with his disciples. Since the king was a devotee, he accepted Agastya Muni's curse as welcome because it was the desire of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, although in his next life he got the body of an elephant, because of devotional service, he remembered how to worship and offer prayers to the Lord. Upon delivering the king of the elephants from the clutches of the crocodile and from material existence, which resembles crocodile, the Lord awarded him the status of Sarupya Mukti in the presence of the Gandharvas, the Siddhas, and the other demigods who are praising the Lord for his wonderful transcendental activities. The Lord, sitting on the back of his carrier Garuda, returned to his all-wonderful abode and took Gajendra with him. My dear King Parikshit, I have now described the wonderful power of Krishna as displayed when the Lord delivered the king of the elephants. O best of the Kuru dynasty, those who hear this narration become fit to be promoted to the higher planetary systems. Simply because of hearing this narration, they gain a reputation as devotees. They are unaffected by the contamination of Kali Yuga and they never see bad dreams. Therefore, after getting up from bed in the morning, those who desire their own welfare, especially the Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and in particular the Brahmana Vaishnavas, should chant this narration as it is without deviation to counteract the troubles of bad dreams. O best of the Kuru dynasty, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the super soul of everyone, being thus pleased, addressed Gajendra in the presence of everyone there. He spoke the following blessings. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Freed from all sinful reactions are those who rise from the bed at the end of night, early in the morning, and fully concentrate their minds with great attention upon my form, your form, this lake, this mountain, the caves, the gardens, the cane plants, the bamboo plants, the celestial trees, the residential quarters of me, Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, the 3 peaks of Trikuta mountain made of gold, silver and iron, my very pleasing abode, the ocean of milk, the white island, Svetadvipa, which is always brilliant with spiritual rays, my mark of Srivatsa, the Kaustuba gem, my Vaijayanti garland, my club, Kaumodaki, my Sudarshana disc, and Panchajanya council, my barrier Garuda, the king of birds, my bed Seshanaga, my expansion of energy, the goddess of fortune, Lord Brahma, Narada Muni, Lord Shiva, Prahalada, my incarnations like Matsya, Kurma, and Varaha, my unlimited all auspicious activities which yield piety to he who hears them. The sun, the moon, fire, the mantra Omkara, the absolute truth, the total material energy, the cows and Brahmanas, and devotional service. The wives of Soma and Kashyapa, who are all daughters of King Daksha, the rivers Ganga, Saraswati, Nanda, and Yamuna, Kalindi. The elephant Airavata, Dhruva Maharaja, the seven rishis, and pious human beings. My dear devotee, unto those who rise from bed at the end of the night and offer me the prayers offered by you, I give an eternal residence in the spiritual world at the end of their lives. Sri Sukadeva Goswami continued. After giving this instruction, the Lord, who is known as Hrishikesa, buggled with his Panchajanya council in this way, pleasing all the demigods headed by Lord Brahma. Then he mounted the back of his carrier, Garuda.
Okay. Good. So here in the Phala Shruti, the Phala Shruti is given by Bhagavan, Lord Sri Hari, from shloka number 17 to 25. Okay, so that's nine shlokas. 25th shloka is talking about the Gajendra Stuti itself. Whoever recites Gajendra Stuti, I give an eternal residence in the spiritual world at the end of their lives. And in the previous 10 shlokas, Lord Hari is talking about the Phala Shruti that we can get by remembering the scene of Gajendra Moksha Leela. The Trikuta Parvat, the lake, the different trees there, the beautiful form of the Lord having Kaustubhamani, Srivatsa, his Panchajanya, Shankachakra Gada Padma. So whoever remembers all these details, for them, what is the benefit? What is the benefit for them? All auspiciousness. They will get all auspiciousness. Okay? They will get all auspiciousness. So what exactly is the benefit? Let me see. Freed from all sinful reactions are those who remember this entire scene. So it's there in the very first line. Freed from all sinful reactions are those who rise from bed and remember the entire scene. Okay. So if you observe the contrast between these two, there are two types of Phala Shrutis given here. One is those who remember the entire scene, the Gajendra Moksha Leela, and who remembers the form of the Lord, who remembers the form of Gajendra, and so on. For them, the Lord is saying they'll be freed from all sinful reactions. Sri Hari did not say that they will go to spiritual world, right? But he gave a better benediction, he gave a better boon, a better Phala Shruti in the next shloka, shloka number 25, where the Lord said, whoever recites Gajendra Stuti, I give an eternal residence in the spiritual world. See how beautiful it is. Now you tell me, between these two, not the Phala Shruti, but between the activities mentioned in these two, the first activity in shloka 17 to 24 is Lord is asking to remember his own form, Gajendra's form, and the entire scene where that Gajendra Moksha Leela happened. So between this and reciting Gajendra Stuti, tell me which one is superior?
Second one.
Reciting Gajendra Stuti.
Second
Reciting Gajendra Stuti.
Now don't judge it based on the Phala Shruti, based on the result. Simply look at the activity, look at what Lord Sri Hari is asking us to do, and tell me which activity is superior. Focus only on the activity, not the result.
Every day remembering all the scene, Trikuta Parvata, everything,
Remembering his form.
Remembering the Lord's form, that is superior than Gajendra Stuti. That is superior than remembering the scene, the Trikuta Parvat, everything. Okay? Because obviously Lord is superior to anybody, right? Lord is superior to devotees, Lord is superior to anything. But look at the beauty of the Lord here. Look at the beautiful heart of the Lord. Lord is saying, whoever remembers my form every day, as soon as they wake up from the bed, for them, all sinful reactions will be cleared. Lord is not saying they will get spiritual world, they will go to spiritual world. But whoever recites or whoever repeats the words of his devotee, Gajendra, for them, the Lord is giving eternal residence in spiritual world. Wow, how beautiful it is. Lord is putting devotees first and he is hiding behind. He's taking second position. So how much more beautiful can this get? I just realized it while you are reading this, because that day on Friday, and I think we already read it 2 times, or no, we read it only once on Thursday, right? Thursday we read it, and then Friday we had discussion on the purport from shloka number 11 and 12 about reversals, how devotee handles reversals in life. But that day I did not pay much attention. I thought both Phala Shrutis, to be honest, I did not even realize that there are two different Phala Shrutis given. I thought everything is one. Lord is giving, either we recite Gajendra Stuti or we remember his form. We remember Gajendra, the Trikuta Parvat, the entire scene of Gajendra Moksha Leela. The Phala Shruti is only one. It is getting freed from sinful reactions and going back to spiritual world. But after this call, you open these pages and read it again. If you have Telugu book, if you want to read in Telugu or Tamil, Hindi, English, Malayalam, whatever, so you read it again and then you will appreciate. So it's a clear distinction. Lord, see, he could have combined both, right? In 17 to 24 only, he could have said. Anyways, he said Gajendra's form. He just could have added one more word there. Gajendra Stuti, he could have added there. But he has recited a separate shloka for Gajendra Stuti. He kept it separately. He kept it separately and he is giving highest benefit. Whoever repeats the words of the devotees. This is very special. This is very, very special. So this shows that how much the Lord loves his devotees. As a proof of that, he has taken Gajendra, he has given a ride to Gajendra on the back of Garuda. Gajendra got the fortune of sitting exclusively. There is nobody else. Sometimes the Lord comes and takes a group of devotees, like he brings a Pushpaka Vimana or something, and he takes a group of devotees to spiritual world. But here, Gajendra alone, exclusively with the Lord, going to flying back to spiritual world. So how beautiful.
Sir, if you permit me, I will read the Telugu translation. This is one para.
Yes, the last shloka, 25th shloka.
I have Phala Bhagavatam Telugu words, same as what we read in the English.
Yes.
Same to same in the భగవానుడు ఇట్లు పలికను. ఏ మానవులు తెల్లవారుజాముననే లేచి ఏకాగ్ర చిత్తముతో నన్ను ఈ గజేంద్రుని, త్రికూట పర్వతాన్ని, పర్వత శ్రేణులందలి వృక్ష వన సమూహాన్ని, నాకు అత్యంత ప్రీతిపాత్రమైన ఈ క్షీరసాగరాన్ని, సాగర పరిసరాల్ని, నా శ్రీవత్స చిహ్నములకు కౌస్తుభమణిని, వైజయంతిమాలను, కౌముది అనే గదను, సుదర్శన చక్రాన్ని, పాంచజన్య శంఖాన్ని, నా వాహనమైన గరుడుని, లక్ష్మీదేవిని, బ్రహ్మాది దేవతలను, సూర్యచంద్ర అగ్ని మున్నగు గ్రహాలను, ప్రణవమును, సత్యము, మాయా, గోవులను, బ్రాహ్మణులను, గంగా మున్నగు పుణ్యనదులను, ప్రహ్లాదాది వరద భక్తులను స్మరింతురో వారందరూ పాపముల నుండి విముక్తులై నా అనుగ్రహమును పాత్రులగుదురు. ఏ మానవులు తెల్లవారుజామున లేచి గజేంద్రుడు చేసిన ఈ స్థుతిని పఠించెదరో నేను అంత్యకాలంలో వారిని అనుగ్రహించెదను. Same to same.
Yeah. So let me read this English one, 25th again. Okay. Actually, let me read the Sanskrit shloka also. Emam stunvanti anenanga emam stuvanti anenanga pratibudhya nishatyaye tesham pranatyaye chaham dadami vipulam gatim. Vipulam means the eternal, unlimited. Okay, my dear devotee, unto those who rise from bed at the end of the night and offer me the prayers offered by you, I give an eternal residence in the spiritual world at the end of their lives. Wow, this is so beautiful.
Yeah, we didn't notice, Prabhuji, actually, that difference, that slight difference, we didn't notice.
Even I did not notice. I thought everything is one. Yeah, I thought everything is summarized in this, this big shloka, 17 to 24. But today only I noticed. So he's giving a special position to Gajendra Stuti.
Yeah, I didn't notice.
Yeah, super nice. Yeah. Now even now, does anyone have doubt on this? Whoever recites Gajendra Stuti. I mean, there's another point that I want to mention here. When the Lord is saying, whoever rises from bed at the end of the night and recite Gajendra Stuti, right? So, just before this call, I had a Telugu class. I have given a Telugu class to the Warangal devotees. So our Ramesh Garu were also there. Sudha was there. I think Gauranga Karunanidhi. I did not see you today. So one lady asked that she recites Gajendra Stuti every day, but not early in the morning, not Pratak Kala Samaya, but she recites during the day. So she asked, is that okay? Or should we recite this only in the morning, in the Brahma Muhurta Samaya or Pratak Kala Samaya? So, and here Lord Hari is saying, whoever, as soon as they wake up from the bed at the end of the night, whoever recites Gajendra Stuti. Lord's intention is that that we have to begin our day, as soon as we wake up, we have to begin our day in an auspicious way. Either by reciting Gajendra Stuti, by doing our japa, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, or reciting Brahma Samhita, Vishnu Sahasranama, or something like that. Okay? It is not necessary that we must do it only when we wake up from the bed. We have to do it. But we can do it anytime during the day. But if possible, at least as soon as you wake up from the bed, you do the first part. That you just remember for 1 minute, you remember Gajendra Moksha Leela. Okay, just search on Google for a nice painting of Gajendra Moksha Leela, and then you just remember that. The form of the Lord, Gajendra, the lake, Trikuta Parvat, everything. It just takes 1 minute. Okay, not very difficult. But during the day, whenever you have some time, you can recite Gajendra Stuti. So that is one. That is about what time should we chant this. Okay, and the second thing is, as Lord Hari said, I give an eternal residence. Whoever recites Gajendra Stuti every day, I give eternal residence in the spiritual world at the end of their lives. So does anyone have doubt on this?
No doubt at all. To protect from the Kali Yuga, every day we are in the Maya world, na?
Yeah.
To protect from that Maya, one more thing is there, that Naladamayanti.
Yes.
There are Naladamayanti, Karkotaga and Rutuparna.
Correct.
When we chant these 4 names, while
Kali effect
we are
will
in the
not
bed itself, we can remember these 4 names.
Yes.
On that day, we are not fall into the Maya.
Correct.
That is also very beautiful.
Yeah. Today only I and Sharwani were discussing about this. Yes, Naladamayanti. That also is recommended. It's a general practice to get rid of effects of Kali. So, and like this.
Also they mentioned, in the purport also they mentioned in this Gajen also who recites this Leela free from Kali Yuga effect also they mentioned in the purport. No?
Yes, it was there in one of the translations. I saw that. Yes, correct. Yeah. So now few things I want to discuss here, right? Since this topic of Kali, the effect of Kali or Kali Purusha is brought up, we'll discuss about that first and then come back to this 25th Phala Shruti or 25th shloka. Okay. Before that, I see a new person has joined, Bhavana. Oh, she left. Oh, she's there. Yeah. Bhavana, can you hear me? Yeah. I can see you, but I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you.
Am I audible now?
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry, this is my first time using Zoom, so I'm
Thank you.
just figuring out
Thank you for
things.
joining. Yeah. So you got this information from the Vishnu Sahasranama group?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you attend that Saturday Vishnu Sahasranama class?
So I tried to attend, but I missed the timing, so I plan to attend from next week.
Okay, sure. Where do you live?
I live in Seattle, like Sultan,
Okay.
near Monroe.
Okay. Yeah. So it may be a little difficult, but if possible, if you can come to the temple in person, that'll be great.
Sure.
There'll
Yeah.
be free breakfast, free lunch, free class,
Yeah, we
free.
do visit ISKCON like very frequently. Every Friday, we actually visit ISKCON Bellevue.
This is, do you come to the ISKCON Samamish or which temple do you come?
Bellevue. We go
Bellevue.
to Bellevue
Okay.
is near.
Bellevue Balaji temple, right?
Bellevue
Yes.
Balaji temple.
Yeah. So yeah, please come. You'll get everything
Sure.
nice package. Not just the class, it's a whole package which is bundled very nicely. Thank you for joining this class also.
Yeah.
So we are discussing the Gajendra Moksha Leela. We finished the discussion of the Stuti, Gajendra prayers. Now we are discussing some some philosophical points. Okay. Yep. So the Kali effect, right? Let me show a shloka from Bhagavatam that talks about what are the ill effects of Kali in general. How Kali Yuga is described. This is a shloka from Srimad-Bhāgavatam 1.1.10, Canto 1, Chapter 1, Shloka number 10. Prayen alpayusha sabhya kalau asmin yuge janaha manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya hupadritaha. O learned one, in this iron age of Kali, men almost always have but short lives. They are quarrelsome, lazy, misguided, unlucky, above all, always disturbed. So, what are the adjectives that are used to describe Kali Yuga or the lifestyle of people in Kali Yuga? First one is Alpa Ayusha. Their lifespan is very less. It used to be 100 years. Average lifespan was 100 years. But now, because of the bad habits and irregulations in life, irregular lifestyle, a very poor lifestyle, bad lifestyle, the average lifespan has decreased to 70 years now. And if a person lives a healthy life for 70 years, that's a great blessing. Most of the people, they are getting sick after 20-30 years itself. So leading a healthy life for 70 years itself is a great blessing. Consider that as equivalent to living 10,000 years in Satya Yuga. So the first adjective is short life. Okay, Alpayusha. Next one is Manda. People are lazy. We always postpone things. Okay, people are lazy. if you have some task on your plate today to do on your to-do list for today, that list always remains as it is. I'm speaking about myself also. Many times, I have tried many things. I tried using a whiteboard and a marker. I tried using the yellow post-it slips. I tried using a notebook. but nothing worked. I tried using a notepad file in my laptop itself. I tried putting individual reminders on the calendar dates in iPhone calendar, with reminders, with alerts. But still, there are so many backlogs, so many pending tasks. Why? Because we keep postponing things. We are lazy. We think, that's okay. This task, I can do it tomorrow also. And tomorrow, when we look at that reminder, we will postpone it again. So like that, it gets postponed for several days. So that's a second attribute, manda, lazy. Lazy, procrastination. The reason for this laziness is mode of ignorance, tamasa guna. Krishna explains this in 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. What are the symptoms of a person who is in the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance? A person who is in the mode of goodness, he is always happy. He is full of knowledge, happy, cheerful. And a person who is in the mode of passion, he is always agitated. He always shows anger. He's passionate to overdo things, not just doing things, but overdoing things. And the symptoms of a person who is in the mode of tamoguna, ignorance, is laziness, procrastination, uncleanliness, all those things. So the manda, which is laziness, is because of tamoguna, dominance of tamoguna. And that comes because of the food that we eat, which is in tamasaguna. Food that is kept in the refrigerator for several days, or eating processed food, frozen food. Because according to Bhagavad Gita, we must eat, we cannot eat food that is more than 3 hours stale. After 3 hours, it becomes stale, and it should not be consumed. After you cook food, whether it is rice, sabji, or anything, you should consume that within 3 hours. After 3 hours, it becomes stale, and it should not. It becomes stale, and the mode of ignorance, tamasa guna, dominates in that. So we should not eat that. But when you buy a refrigerator, by spending $3,000, $4,000, $10,000, you have to store a lot of food in that, and then you have to consume that. So lucky are those ones who don't have a refrigerator. Those days are gone, right? In our childhood, we didn't have a refrigerator. And later on, what happened? When we got a refrigerator, we felt proud about it. We felt good about it. Oh, we have a refrigerator now. But that's a silent killer. Refrigerator is a silent killer. And when we have refrigerator, what's the another danger or another bad thing that accompanies the refrigerator?
Drinking cold water.
Okay. There is something else. When you have refrigerator, you'll also have another thing that accompanies refrigerator, which is
preserving the
some
cooked
kind
food.
of
Microwave.
microwave. Yes. Kranti and her husband, they always, tell the correct answers. Yesterday also in the class, they both were there in the class in Bothel. They came in person, and there were, I think, about 20-25 people in the class in person, and another 5 people online. And Kranti's husband, even though he doesn't come to the class, Yesterday it was a first class, I think. I asked a question and he answered it. He answered it perfectly. So today Kranti answered perfectly. Microwave, yes. When you have a refrigerator, you need a microwave. You just take it out of the refrigerator, put it in microwave, put it in your mouth. That's all. So refrigerator itself is more damaging, and having microwave is even more damaging. So now when we are eating food like this, obviously the mode of ignorance, tamasika guna, dominates. Throughout the day, sattva, rajas and tamas, these three gunas, they keep fighting with each other for dominance. In the morning, sattva guna thinks, okay, now I can dominate rajoguna and tamoguna in a person. And as the day progresses, rajoguna thinks, okay, so today looks like today is going to be my day. I'm going to dominate sattva guna and tamasika guna. And then as we start eating food, breakfast, some idli taken from the refrigerator, microwave, some sambar, you take out from the refrigerator and put it in microwave and eat. Then tamasika guna thinks, yes, now this person has eaten tamasika food. That means today is going to be my day. I'm going to dominate. So like that, these three gunas, they fight with each other for dominance. And most of the times, the tamasika guna wins because of the food that we eat. We are eating 3 times. And most of the time, we are eating tamasika ahara. So that's why manda, lazy. We become lazy, procrastination. Because Krishna explained that laziness, procrastination, postponing is one of the symptoms of tamasika guna. So that's the second adjective used to describe Kali Yuga, manda. Third one is sumanda mati. Sumanda mati. Manda mati means dull-headed. Sumanda mati means extremely dull-headed. Poor intelligence. Very poor intelligence. Mandamati means poor intelligence. Sumandamati means very poor intelligence. That's why we are misguided. We are misguided by everyone. We are cheated by everyone. Even those who are practicing spirituality, they want to find a path, they want to find a suitable path, a right path, a bona fide, genuine path. They want to find a genuine, bona fide guru. But because they themselves, the seeker himself is dull-headed, he doesn't have proper intelligence, he will get cheated by the bogus spiritual organizations. So Sumandamati. Because of Sumandamati, dull-headedness or poor intelligence, we get cheated in our day-to-day activities in material life, in our occupational duties, and even in our spiritual efforts also we get cheated. Misguided, mandamati, poor intelligence. Okay, and then finally, mandabhagya. Not the final, last but one. Okay, mandabhagya and then upadrutaha. Mandabhagya means unlucky. We have so many problems in life. Life is full of miseries, difficulties, challenges, problems. There are problems created by our own body and mind, adhyatmika. Problems created by external living entities, adi bhautika. Problems created by nature, tsunami, earthquake, floods, adi daivika. So Mandabhagya, we are very unlucky, very unfortunate. And then finally, Upadruta, always disturbed. We are always anxious. We are never living in the present moment. We are lamenting about the past and we are anxious about the future. We are never living in the presence, in the present moment. We are always disturbed. Small things agitate us. We show anger for unnecessary things. So these are the ill effects of Kali Yuga. And the only Upashamana means the relief. The only Upashamana to get relief from these ill effects of Kali Yuga is this Harikatha, Krishna Katha. And that is mentioned in one of the translations of chapter 4, where this one, 14th, shloka number 14th. After Shukadeva Goswami has described about the past life of Gajendra and crocodile and how they return to spiritual world and Gandharva Loka, Shukadeva Goswami is telling to Parikshit Maharaj that now here Shukadeva Goswami is giving Phala Shruti. Now let's observe carefully what he has mentioned. Even I did not pay attention to this so closely. Now let's pay attention today. I have now described the wonderful power of Krishna as displayed when the Lord delivered the king of the elephants, O best of the Kuru dynasty. Those who hear this narration, O best of the Kuru dynasty means is referring to Parikshit. Who is Parikshit, by the way? Arjuna's grandson. Yeah. Okay. Those who hear this narration become fit to be promoted to the higher planetary systems. See, what Shukadeva Goswami is telling in his Phala Shruti is matching with what Lord Hari has told in his Phala Shruti. Whoever hears this narration, that means the Gajendra Leela, become fit to be promoted to the higher planetary systems. He did not say Vaikunta. He only said higher planetary systems like Svargaloka. And what did Lord Hari say in his Phala Shruti? He also said the same thing. He said they will be freed from sinful reactions. And whoever gets freed from sinful reactions, they get elevated to higher planetary systems, Svargaloka. To get position in Svargaloka, you need to have a lot of punya karma. So these two are matching. Simply because of hearing this narration, they gain reputation as devotees. They are unaffected by the contaminations of Kali Yuga. And they never see bad dreams. Punyo duswapna nashanaha. Vishnu Sahasranama also says this, right? Punyo duswapna nashanaha. And whoever hears this Leela, they are unaffected by the contamination of Kali Yuga. Now, for us, hearing this story every day is not possible, right? You will feel bored hearing this Gajendra Moksha Leela every day. You will think, oh, I know this already. I don't want to hear this anymore. And even if you make an attempt to hear again and again every day, just to get this benefit, what is mentioned here, you will not pay close attention to that. Okay, you'll just hear for the sake of hearing as a formality, but you will not pay attention. But the Stuti you can memorize, you can pay attention, you can get goosebumps while you are reciting the Stuti. You can get feelings, emotions, you can cry. You can experience some bliss in your heart. So many things can happen when you are reciting Stuti. Every day it will be a new revelation. Every day it can be a new experience. But the story may not be so much. You may not be able to, get a newer experience every day. First of all, you may not be able to hear the story every day. Even if you hear, you may not be able to get a different experience every day. But the Stuti, yes, you can. That's why Stuti has a special place. Stuti stotrams have a special place. As the Lord has, it's just like Lord Hari is framing Gajendra Stuti in a separate photo frame and giving that in that shloka number 25. How beautiful that is. About his form, about his Kaustuba Mani, Srivatsa, Shankachakra, Gada Padma, Panchajanya, he has bundled up in a big paragraph in 8 or 9 shlokas, where he has included Trikuta Parvata, lake, Gajendra, crocodile, everything. But Gajendra Stuti, he has framed it separately. Just like this, the separate frame here. Lord has framed it separately.
Prabhuji, you should get one for Gajendra Moksha painting also, Prabhuji.
Yes, I'll ask this painter to paint. Because whatever you find online, right, I'm not very happy. Gajendra Moksha paintings, they're not any great pictures actually. So we should. I'll ask her if she can paint nicely. Something bright
some
like
innovative.
this.
Correct.
Yeah. Using whatever is available online pictures, whatever is available, right? They're all very dull. And the latest AI generated pictures, they are attractive, but there are so many flaws in that. You'll see Vishnu holding a pot, a brass pot. Vishnu never holds a pot. Yeah. So there are so many flaws in that. That's a good point. I'll ask her to paint it. Yeah. So I'm very happy to to discuss this today like this.
If you tell, we can hear every day, Prabhuji.
Yes. Yeah. How nice.
Sir Prabhuji, you used the word disturbance. And when the Gajendra entered into the lake, immediately the crocodile caught his leg. Gajendra created a disturbance.
Yeah.
In Pātana Bhagavatam, it is very adjectively expressed that what type of disturbance the elephant has done. With his trunk, the creatures in the lake, if she throw those creatures from the trunk, it will fall on the planet of so many planets. In such a way, he created that disturbance. Though it is adjective, here the emphasis is to reveal the disturbance created by the elephant.
Yeah.
In such a way, they adjectively described.
Yeah.
Then the crocodile thought, it is my kingdom. Who is that who has come and created disturbance?
Who is
Then we will catch. Yes. When we compare it to the man is a social animal, we are also in this world. We cannot be disturbed with the those things. We can keep away far away from those disturbances by chanting and reciting these type of stutis.
Yeah. 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 So now that is the first thing I wanted to discuss about ill effects of Kali Yuga and how we can get rid of those. That is by reciting stotrams like this: Gajendra Stuti, Kunti Stuti, Bhishma Stuti, Mukundamala Stotra, Vishnu Sahasranama, and so on. That is one. And then, no matter how much we discuss about these stutis, and no matter how many times we read about the Phala Shrutis saying that whoever recites this, they will get an eternal residence in Vaikuntha, we still have some doubts, right? Oh, will that really happen? If I simply recite Gajendra Stuti every day, as Lord Hari is saying, will he give me eternal residence, in spiritual world? We have some doubts. We don't express, we don't vocalize, but we have in our heart, in the back of our mind, we have some doubts. So, the benefit that we get, the Phala Shruti that we get, is in proportion to the degree of faith that we have. If you have 10% faith in this Phala Shruti, in whatever Lord Hari is saying, you will only get 10% benefit. If you have 100% faith, you will get 100% benefit, and whatever Lord Hari has promised, it will happen exactly like that. So there is a beautiful shloka in this context from Puranas, from Skanda Purana. It says, Mantre tirde tvije deve daivajne beshaje gurau yadrishi bhavana yasya siddhir bhavati tadrishi. One's success is in accordance with the faith or attitude, bhavana. Wow, what a beautiful thing. We have a new person, her name is Bhavana, who joined today, and we have a shloka on her name, Bhavana. One has in the mantra, holy place, Brahmana, deity, astrologer, medicine, and guru. So one's success is in accordance with the faith or attitude one has on all these things. What are the different things? Mantra, Tirtha, a Tirthasthali, a Brahmana, God, a deity in the temple or God in general, astrologer, Daivajna, and medicine, Beshaja. Because oftentimes we hear, right, Vishnu Sahasranama is the best medicine to cure many, many diseases. In the olden days, if a lady is pregnant, to get normal delivery, Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram is chanted. When the lady is in the labor room and the husband is in the hallway walking left and right, back and forth, as they show in the movies, the mantra sani, or the, I think the English word is midwife. Okay, I don't know how they made that word as midwife. Okay, the midwife, maid servant, or mantrasani, whatever, whoever it is, she tells the husband that it's going to take a few hours for the delivery to happen, and until that happens, you keep chanting Vishnu Sahasranama. And the husband, walking in the hallway back and forth, he keeps on reciting Vishnu Sahasranama. Vishvam Vishnurva Shatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhuho Bhutatma Paramatma Cha Muktanam Paramagatihi. And then he'll come back after 20 minutes. Vishvam Vishnurva Shatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhuho. And so on. Like that he repeats. 3-4 times he will repeat. And then normal delivery will happen. So those days, people had... What is that?
In US, right, Prabhuji, they don't admit the person who's in pain, Prabhuji. The person, like the lady herself, can recite, because they ask us to walk around till they don't give the bed here, like so soon. Right, Prabhuji.
They don't give what?
They don't admit. Actually, they have some rules for admitting a pregnant woman for labor. They don't. In India, they admit very early, but here they take some. So I'm telling the lady herself has to walk a lot around the hospital here.
Okay.
So here they have some rules like this much. They know how to measure the pain. Until then, they won't. Just before the childbirth, they'll admit the person, right? So that's why here the lady herself is made to walk.
So, while walking, the lady can recite Vishnu Sahasranama.
Instead of husband, yeah.
Yeah, while walking, the lady can recite. It's even better, actually. It's even better. So, so those days there was strong faith on Vishnu Sahasranama. People had strong faith on Vishnu Sahasranama, that it can cure diseases and it can nullify the ill effects in the horoscope, especially Kala Sarpa dosha. If somebody has Kala Sarpa dosha in their horoscope, there's no remedy except Vishnu Sahasranama. So people had strong faith those days, but nowadays that faith is lost. So this shloka from Padma Purana, it is Skanda Purana, it says that whatever faith you have, you will get the benefit in accordance with that. Just like medicine, right? What is that?
I remember one story, Prabhuji. So Shiva and Parvati will be talking. Parvati will ask, you say that river Ganga, if anybody drink one drop, all the sins will go. They take a bath. Then if everybody does that, then what is the difference? Everyone will sins will go, right? But Shiva will say it all depends on the belief. Then everyone will believe why you are telling like that. So he will make a they dress up like some old woman and like Brahmana and then come down. And then there will be a big crowd near the Ganges bank. And then I think he will fall and in the water. So then the wife will say, only person who has not committed any sin, I mean, they don't have any sin, they should save him because he's a pure Brahmana. A person who's not having any sin only can save him. Like that, he'll be struggling for life. Then only one person will jump. And then they will ask, why are you very sure you're not done any sin? I say, what? I'm going to jump in Ganga. As soon as I jump in Ganga, my sin will go. I'll go and save him and he'll rush and save.
Very nice. Very nice. Yeah. Similarly, there is another story, right? In one village, there is a big drought, no rains for many days, and one sadhu recommends doing a yajna, homam, and then all the villagers are also invited to come and participate in that yajna. So everybody comes to that yajna kund, but there is one man who comes with an umbrella, and everybody is surprised because it's a midday. It was sunny midday, and everybody is asking this question, this person, that why are you carrying umbrella now? It's not too hot, it's not summer, it's probably July, August, or whatever season month it is. It's not too hot. Why do you carry an umbrella? Because they said when you perform yajna, there will be rain. That's why I'm carrying umbrella. Because what if rain comes? How do I go back home? So that shows the faith. Medicine, especially homeopathy medicine, right? There is something called as placebo effect. Placebo effect. Placebo effect means sometimes the doctor cures the disease of a patient by treating him psychologically. He doesn't give any actual medicine. But according to the psychology of the patients, if they think that they are taking some medicine to treat the disease, then they'll be at peace, and that itself will do the magic. That feeling will do the magic. That feeling that they're taking some medicine and it will cure their disease. That feeling itself, that faith will cure the disease. So it's called placebo
That's a
effect.
placebo. Yeah.
Yeah. So doctor will give some sugar pills. Just some sugar lump that looks like a medicine tablet. He will give it. And this patient will think that he is taking actual medicine, and that faith will do the magic. It works psychologically.
That's
So
how we do
similarly,
the clinical research also.
what is that?
That's how we do clinical research of drugs. We test the drug on patient whether it is acting or not. Depending upon we select, and then we randomize with the medicine, sometime with the placebo, sometime with the medicine, and then we differentiate, and then we find out, okay, is the drug useful or not for a clinical research.
Yeah. Can you hold 1 second? Okay. Okay. So it's practiced in the clinical research. Yeah. So faith, since we have learned this Gajendra Stuti extensively, we discussed word for word meaning, and we discussed at great length since last 2-3 months. Now it must be wired into your into your muscle memory. It must be wired into your into your every cell of your body. So you should try practicing reciting this Gajendra Stuti every day if possible. If not, once a week for sure, and slowly increase that frequency. So whatever little thing works for you. And so one last thing for today, and then we'll conclude after that. Actually, maybe we can discuss this tomorrow itself. Yeah, we'll discuss this tomorrow. So tomorrow most probably is going to be the last session. Tomorrow also what we're going to do is we will read chapter 4 again. And actually what we can do is we will read all translations from chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. 3 chapters. We'll do that. And then we'll have some discussion. Probably tomorrow will be the last day of this Gajendra Moksha Leela. And then starting from Wednesday onwards, we'll start something. Yeah. Okay, before we wrap up, any questions, comments, reflections?
Question, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, after hearing the Phala Śruti, which you just said,
Mm-hmm.
we only get to the higher planetary system. But isn't that becoming a barrier for our spiritual progress? Because we want to go to the Krishna Loka or whatever Loka, wherever
Oh, I
Krishna
think you
is.
joined late. You joined late, right?
Yes, Prabhuji, today I was outside shopping. I
Yeah.
came late and then I joined.
Yeah. Good. Good that you asked that question. The whole class is based on this actually. You can hear it tomorrow when I upload the recording. But the whole class is based on this. There are 2 parts of Phala Śruti. In the first part of Phala Śruti, Lord Hari says, whoever hears this Gajendra Moksha Leela, or whoever remembers the entire scene of Gajendra Moksha Leela, the Trikuta Parvat, the lake, the gardens, and whoever remembers the beautiful form of the Lord, whoever remembers Gajendra's form, they will get Svargaloka, higher planetary systems. But as you said, that's not what we want, right? We want to go even higher. We want to go higher than the highest. We want to go higher than higher than Svargaloka. So the second part of Phala Shruti is a special one. That is in Shloka number 25, where the Lord Hari says, whoever recites Gajendra Stuti every day, for them, eternal residence in spiritual world is guaranteed.
Okay.
So there are two parts. So in the society, yeah, because you brought up this, right? Go ahead.
So Deva Goswami said other thing today, right? If you do it every day, then you go to higher planetary system.
Yeah, Shukdev Goswami did not talk about Gajendra Stuti. He only mentioned about the story, the Gajendra Moksha story.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So if you observe in the society, right, 99.99% of the people, they only know the story, they only read the story, they hear the Gajendra Moksha Leela story, or they read or hear other versions of Bhagavatam, like Potana Bhagavatam and different, local, regional versions of Bhagavatam. But they are all written in local language by some poets. They may be devotees, but Lord Hari is not referring to these different versions of Bhagavatam. Lord Hari is specifically saying Gajendra Stuti as mentioned in the actual words spoken by Gajendra. The local regional language Bhagavatam, it does not have the words of Gajendra. It has words it has something in the own words of the poet, but they are not the words of Gajendra. Lord's intention is for us to repeat the words of Gajendra. Whatever words Gajendra.
Like our national anthem is, for example, national anthem is there. We have to sing like that. Instead of that, if we translate, it is not going to be.
Correct. Yeah, that's a good example. Yeah. National anthem, wherever you go, it's the same thing, right? Whether you are Telugu, Tamil, Malayali, whether you know the meaning of national anthem or not, you have to sing in the same language. Only then the potency comes in play. That's why here, Lord Hari, he has cleared all confusions. He has framed Gajendra Stuti in a separate, in a big frame, and he is giving a special position. He is putting Gajendra Stuti on a golden simhasana. Okay? If we have to glorify Gajendra Stuti in Lord Hari's own words, that is what he is doing. Lord Hari is worshipping Gajendra Stuti by putting Gajendra Stuti on a golden simhasana. He has framed with a golden frame, and that golden frame he has put it on a golden simhasana and worshipping. So how much more beautiful, can it get be?
And also I have another question. Go ahead, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, Prabhuji, daily means how, Prabhuji? For example, one person will hear at 40 years, one person will hear at 30 years. So what do they mean daily? Like from when we came to know that, or?
Yeah, from the time you come to know about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, from the day you know it, you do it. Just like driving laws. from the day you decide to start driving, from the day you learn driving laws, from that day you start following it. Yeah.
Prabhuji, the higher planetary systems mentioned by Sukadev Goswami, is it within the material world or in the spiritual world?
It's material world, Sargaloka.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Remembering God form is okay, Prabhuji. Why remembering Trikuta Parvata and trees? Is there any significance of remembering? I mean, just to get into that mood, they are telling like that? Or is there any other significance for remembering all those Trikuta Parvata and lakes, trees there?
Yeah, that's a good question. Because that place, wherever this Leela happened, it has become a Tirtha Sthali because Lord Hari has appeared there. And also, Lord's devotee, Gajendra, he was there. So wherever there is Lord and wherever there is Lord's devotee, that place becomes Tirtha Sthali.
Okay.
So Lord is asking us to remember that Tirtha Sthali. Just like Vrindavan, right? It is important to remember the deity, Radha Raman deity, Radha Govind, Radha Madan Mohan. It is important to remember those deities. And also, it is important to remember different different trees in Vrindavan, different different fields, open fields in Vrindavan, wherever Krishna has walked. And especially there is a place called Sankari Kol. It's a very narrow place where Krishna walked along with his friends. Only one person can go at a time in that path. So you remember all these Tirtha Sthalis, then you get the full benefit.
Oh, thank you.
I had another question, Prabhuji. I think Ramesh Prabhuji already answered, but still I want to reconfirm that.
Yeah.
We every time keep saying that Gajendra realized that it was his mistake, that he came to take his family out for a picnic to that area. And that's what I was always thinking. Is it a problem that we go out to mountains and enjoy the nature of the beauty or appreciate the creation of the God? Is that a problem? Is it a mistake? But I think Ramesh Anna said something about it, that he was playing and throwing things on things. Is that that's that why what his mistake was, or we should not be going at all?
No. We can go on vacations to mountains, lakes, any nature places. But we should not, when we go to those places, right? We should not exploit things. We should not cause any disturbance to any living entities, whether human beings or insects or animals. Just like how we follow all these things. Similarly, Gajendra, he was a mighty elephant, the king of all elephants, right? A normal elephant on Bhuloka itself is very powerful. And what to speak of the elephant in Swargaloka? He is much more powerful. When he was walking on the ground itself, it was creating some tumultuous sound. Now, when he stepped into the water, not just with four feet, just 1 foot in the water itself, so much of disturbance that he could have avoided. He doesn't have to go into the water. He can do as much he wants to do, as much play as he wants to do on the ground itself. But he should not have gone into the water. It is for his own disadvantage, because no matter how powerful the elephant is, it becomes powerless in the water. So it is not only creating disturbance to the residents of that Jalashaya, but you are inviting disadvantage to yourself. Just like a devotee who is practicing bhakti. if he goes to a club or pub and takes bad association there, so he becomes powerless in bhakti. He becomes weak in bhakti. So the internal message is we have to avoid places where our bhakti becomes weak, our strength becomes weak. So Gajendra, he was not only creating disturbance to the crocodile, the water body there, but he was inviting disadvantage to himself.
Prabhuji, now it comes to the matter of the Sarora. What the Sarovaras are located and what is the in and around of the Sarora, what is the things in the Trikuta Parvata, how pious it is. I will read 1.5 page, if you permit me.
Oh, 1.5 page?
1.5 page.
Okay.
I will read a quick reading.
Okay, yeah.
But it is in Telugu. Gajendra Pakyanam. The title is Ashtam Skanda Gajendra Pakyanam. Sri Sukamaharshitlu Palikanu. Raja Chira Samudramanandu Trikutamane Parvatama Rajam Kaladu. Adi 10,000 యోజనలు పొడవు అంతే వెడల్పు కలిగిన మహాపర్వతం. అందు ధాతుమయ శిఖరములు అనేకము కలవు. వాటిలో వెండి శిఖరము, బంగారు శిఖరము, లోహ శిఖరములు ప్రసిద్ధమైనవి. వాటి వల్లనే ఈ పర్వతరాజునకు త్రికూటం అని పేరు వచ్చాను. ఈ పర్వతరాజు క్షీర సముద్రము
from
Pothana Bhagavatam.
Oh, this is from Pothana Bhagavatam?
Pothana Bhagavatam. I am having the importance.
So tomorrow,
in that
tomorrow we are going to read chapter 2. Okay. Chapter 2 has all this description, the Trikuta description, everything.
Okay.
Yeah. We already read in the very beginning, 2 months back. We read it.
I joined very late, na.
So we're going to read it again tomorrow.
Okay, no problem. Okay, already if you read, okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Ankita madam is asking, na, immediately pick the book. Yes, I also read this. Okay, it's okay. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll read. Tomorrow we'll read chapter 2, 3, 4, everything.
Okay.
Prabhuji, maybe tomorrow we can discuss this, but one of the shlokas in the verses in the chapter 2, which describes the setting as Gajendra arrives with his family to the lake. His state of mind, he was intoxicated, he was thirsty. Then he gets into the lake, he soothes his, satiates his thirst. And then he invites all his entire herd to get inside the water and enjoy. And then he's spraying them with water. He's raising the level of the water in the lake and spraying everybody with that. It's hard labor, but he doesn't mind it. And the word here is because of his attachment to his family. And because of his attachment to his family, he was blinded by ignorance, like that.
That is why I'm with the question. Yeah, that is why I'm having the question. Like we also go to lakes and enjoy, right? So
so what I was trying, my question was regarding that part about attachment to family, and this is something that I think in our discussions, somehow we landed on some other chapter in the Bhagavatam, where it was a mention about the hunter and the couple of dove birds, how they were attached to their children. And when they caught in when they had gone hunting for food, the children got caught in the hunter's net, and then to rescue them, the mother went straight to the little ones. She also got caught in the net, and then the father also rushed. So the purport was that because of attachment, they met with destruction. So that is the part that I would like to know more about, because attachment to family is definitely, as we get more spiritual knowledge, we have to look at them and understand them in the right way, that they are also souls and we are also souls, and everybody has their own journeys. At the same time, we also have things like Prabhupada has said, that if you don't have deities at home, but you can treat your children as deities and you serve them as deities. So there is this notion of serving your families, and that way also is doing seva. devotional service. So I wanted to get your opinion on how to marry these two perspectives.
Yeah, sure. Very, very good question. We can discuss more in detail tomorrow, but a quick answer is, see, you said the answer in your own words itself. So our attachment should be to Sri Krishna. We should consider our children as children of Sri Krishna. So when you have that kind of feeling towards the children, right? Considering our children as our own children is at one level. You will naturally show love towards them. You will have attachment to them. Okay? But the correct attachment or correct way of thinking is, these are not my children. These are the children of Sri Krishna, and I am a caretaker. Yes, you are a biological mother, but Krishna himself said, right? Aham bija pradapitaha. I am the seed-giving father to everyone. So in that sense, Krishna is the father of all the children. He is the father of us. He is our father. He is the father of our children. So we have to think that these children are actually Krishna's children, and I am only a caretaker. So your attachment is with Krishna. Why attachment with Krishna? Because these are Krishna's children. If you don't take care of these children nicely, who will be upset? Krishna will be upset. Because Krishna has given you the responsibility of taking care of these children, and if you don't show proper love and affection, if you don't raise them nicely, who will be upset? Krishna will be upset. So if you have this kind of attachment for Krishna and raise the kids as devotees, what kind of responsibility Krishna has given to you while giving these children to you? The expectation and responsibility is that you have to make these children as devotees. You have to cultivate Krishna consciousness in these children. You have to inculcate Bhakti in these children. So for that, yes, you can have attachment. You can have attachment for the children in connection with Krishna, not separate from Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the birds when they see their children in danger, they rush to help them out. What was wrong in that? That was something that struck me when I read that. But it's late, so we can discuss
we can discuss.
Also.
We can continue this tomorrow.
I always your perspective is very. When you first mentioned also a story about how children came to your house and they were running around, and you said, I tell them once, if they don't listen, then I say, okay, then you're Krishna's responsibility or something, and you let go of it. I was very much struck by that philosophy, because I wish I could employ that, because I have to tell my kids so many times, and I get frustrated and I get angry at them when they don't listen. But it's hard to do what you said you do at home with the kids. Like, okay, Krishna will deal with it. It's difficult because where do you strike a balance between the feeling of duty towards your children to correct them, and then also letting go that, okay, it's their journey, whatever is going to happen to them is going to happen. That's very difficult to understand that.